I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Morning, everybody. It's Tuesday, February 4th. Board minutes from January 28th, 2025. And there's a comment on past week's commission meeting minutes and minutes from past 30 days. I don't understand that.
Blaine has put it on to talk about past minutes instead of the ones from just last week.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept the board minutes from January 28th, 2025.
I second
Any public comments? Being none, all in favor? Motion carried and passed. I don't really understand what he means by all
So
that.
what he's saying is public comment, if they want public comment on last week's meeting minutes and the minutes from the past 30 days.
Well, I thought we went through this once before and we weren't gonna get in there going, that we were just gonna stay as we were doing it. Cause otherwise it's just gonna be, yeah. I just think we just leave it as is and how we've been doing it, work, it's fine. We'll go into correspondence. This one's from Montana Human Resource Law, 2025. It's second one is Grand Justice Court. The report total of $6,063.66. Next one from Shannon Spears. The resolution of support for your association is from Mako. It's on the removing of government associations with the courage all that's it for correspondence. Any public comment on correspondence? Being none, we'll go right into public comment. We got I'll wait until. It's just a text message that I'll bring it up at the time when we talk about that road. I didn't-
From?
Kim Skinner. After we print it off, I guess, I don't.
I got one from Blaine from her,
Oh,
or
okay.
him, excuse me, and printed it out.
Oh, okay.
It should be at the back of your packet.
Thanks.
This is a new one from Kim, brother Kim this morning.
Yep, I got one from both.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I just printed it.
Thanks. I didn't.
Who was that from?
Kim Skinner. The Skinner Ranch out of Hall.
That's the one that,
It should be at the back of your
Yeah.
packet.
there any public comment? Road traffic coming up. There's one car right out here by the Cinex thing that's in the ditch.
Oh, really?
Say that again.
There's a car in the ditch, the road's really crappy going that way.
Only got like a foot, or
Well, down at Clinton, they got 8 inches.
did they?
And at my shop, well, Maxfield, Dave got another inch, about 2 inches all, but
Yeah,
down in Drummond, we got, yesterday I went hunting and it was maybe an inch.
right?
It was crazy. Wonder how much they got up at Georgetown.
I don't know. You want to be on Zoom for that gal again?
I didn't confirm, but Carolyn called yesterday, so I'm wondering if she'll be on, the lady that came. She didn't say though. And Ashley won't be here. Ashley is sick, so her car's program she's talking about. She won't be here to do that.
She had the Zoom
Yeah, they're really sick.
Oh.
Yeah. Probably not.
Frigid in there,
Hmm?
kinda cold in there.
Mhm. Yeah, we'll be looked up.
Ah,
Any public comment? Battery, is that what, or is it?
well,
I thought
no,
we just put
he
one in.
said that whoever used it last didn't plug in the battery,
Oh, the trickle.
so it's taken a long time to charge up.
Think-
Apparently the plow wasn't out on Rock Creek Road before the bus today.
With what?
The road wasn't plowed. I called from the school for Rock Creek.
Oh, it wasn't, wow.
Before the bus went out there. So that-
Usually they're pretty good about that.
Yeah,
You find out what.
yeah.
Yeah,
Bring that up to Paul.
bring it up, find out why. I know Brad Holland, he was going by my place this morning, it must have been about 5:30, 5:45. He was looking good down that
Maybe
way.
the truck broke, had issues or something for him to be late. So when I came in, there was one lane plowed anyways.
Cause Brad's been coming in at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Cause they're kinda calved too, and so it works pretty
Right.
good, he goes and gets it before the, oh, there he is.
Morning.
For the Paul.
Morning today.
Well, sick.
And if I want to sit up in the chair farther away.
Can't even get close. Was there any public comment?
Yeah, he's good, he's.
Mm-hmm. We
Oh,
almost.
you have a balloon you can put it in?
I got mine in one shot though, so I'm not gonna
I
worry.
think it's all of us but Blanche. Blanche is
Yeah.
the only one not sick.
I got
Cookie
my
gets it
shot.
from that shot.
I got my shot, my flu shot.
We'll go ahead and jump right into the weekly report with road and bridge superintendent Paul.
Just plowing snow, lots of it. Supposed to keep coming all week.
And next week it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's going good with the dumps as well. We're gonna light fires today, burn both piles.
Cool, getting that
I
done.
called Chad yesterday and he said, go ahead and do it, so we might as well get them burning.
Yeah,
And, gosh, other than that, it's just same old round and round. One thing I wanted to bring up is people are calling Miranda, let's give you an example. They want us to plow the fire hall out at Scalco Road. Fine, you know. But I heard from a pretty good source, there's nothing in there that even runs or that will start. And I mean, is that our obligation to take care of that? I mean, we hit it once in a while, and it's certainly not a big deal. But if there's nothing in there that starts and there's nobody even on that to man that,
Right, yeah, let me ask, who's the
right,
guy in charge for that?
Matt Dawes one that called. And Sam Dennis used to be, you know, out there all the time, but he's not there anymore.
Okay.
And the response I'm getting from them is, well, it's a county deal anyway, but it's really not, because they're on their own.
they're their own district.
Yeah.
What road is this?
Out Scalpel.
It's just a fire hall area.
Oh, down, going down Scalco Hole.
Yeah.
Like Christian.
And like I say, a guy goes by there, it's certainly not a big deal to go in there and plow out.
Right.
But if there's nothing in there, somebody should, if nothing wrong, then it's not a deal, why do it? But then, the biggest concern is, like people contact her and she calls me and then I tell her, I think that then people just need to be forwarded straight to me. And that should be her answer, just, here's his phone number, you gotta call him. Cause she's got so much on her plate the way it is, why deal with that?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's your job anyway.
Yeah, I just think it just saves the back and forth stuff, you know,
Yeah,
it's up to you guys.
No, that's the way it should be,
Yeah.
because then you know exactly who you're talking to, and then she don't get in the middle of it. Like I said, she's got enough to do. You don't.
Well, I mean, everybody's got my number, there's no reason to, let's just go through this, you know.
Paul was saying that he had, that guy called, or the school called, that wasn't plowed out there.
Yeah, Rock Creek. Before the bus was out there.
Man, they're out there plowing.
I came in, there was only one lane plowed, so I don't know. I mean, they were there, they didn't get out before the bus was all.
Yeah, they leave right at 6, you know, and that's
Right.
the first place they hit, and then they always go in the direction the bus goes,
Right,
then they'll come
Come
back.
back, right.
Yeah,
I just don't know, maybe they're just late or whatever today or something, had an
Yeah,
issue with
something
the
must
truck,
happen.
so I wanted to bring that up to you
Yeah.
since they contacted me today.
yeah. Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
That's what, when he said it.
That's good though, then I know who yell or something.
Right. Yeah, 'cause when I came in, there was one lane plowed to the south, so like the way the bus goes, so there's just nothing coming back, but.
Right, and they'll get.
I wasn't paying, I was in bed because I was camping all night, so I didn't see the plow truck be plow or a bus or not.
Then I've never heard anything from the insurance company at all on that truck. Is anybody?
They gave us the go ahead to get it fixed.
They just said fix it.
Mhm. And I sent them the estimate that I have, and that I hadn't turned back, and all the photos.
I guess we could
Just
notify
let her
them.
go, I guess, huh?
Yeah, yeah, if they said go.
I'll get with them then today. And drop the pan on the engine first thing and see what's going on with that, when we're just going steps.
Right,
Dude, I never have I not met with an insurance person to go over this stuff.
right.
I wonder if we shouldn't have you call and just make sure that everybody's on the same
I'll
page.
gladly call them, I just think it's.
If we can get the number
safest.
from Miranda, then you can deal directly with them and tell them.
Mhm.
Yeah, that'd be good, I mean, they've never even contacted Kenwood, there's been nobody around, that's just unheard of.
Yeah,
Yeah, they usually get back to you after you send the estimate in.
Yeah.
And that's
And
road.
they come and they send their guy out to
Yeah,
do their own,
right.
it's just weird that
Yeah.
nobody's ever showed up, you know?
Yeah, 'cause they probably need to take their pictures and all that stuff.
Yeah, and then that's,
Yeah.
their appraiser's gotta be passed by their boss. I just hate to start it and then we wind up with,
Right.
just say $20,000 even, and then, oh, we're not paying that, then we gotta pay it.
I could get a hold of them first before we tell Kenworth, just make sure we have something in writing that they said go ahead.
Yeah, do give me a number, somebody to call.
yeah, I'll send that to you. His
I
name's
will.
Lee.
Move forward with that, it just seemed really weird.
Yeah,
You know, but,
So what's normal procedure? The insurance appraiser goes out and appraises it or
you take it into who you're gonna
have it fixed?
have it fixed, and they give you an appraisal, and then the insurance company sends their own adjuster out, and they go over it with the guy that's gonna fix it.
Right,
And there's always a battle back and forth to an extent. And then they say, okay, we'll do this. And then you have to make that decision, you know.
Cause by the time, like you said, we fix something, I said, well, we didn't think that was part of it, and we're
Right.
stuck with it,
Yeah.
so we wanna make sure.
No, I'll get on.
put his email, but then,
I mean, they're gonna be months anyway, so. I just want to get sure we're not stuck. So what do we do about the fire hall? Curiosity.
I guess we need to get a hold, whoever keeps it, and find out for sure. Yeah. I mean, a guy don't mind farming out, but if there's nothing running or working, or if they're not even using it, why we're wasting where it could be going, you know?
Right. We'll power it all out now, and I know he's homesick too, so I'll just get a hold of him next week and see if there's anything in there. I guess.
Yeah. Yes,
It's not that big a deal to farm out, I guess if it's not being used, it's not used.
No, it's a vacant building, I do it, but certainly want
So
to
why
plow
don't
it
you
out in
have-
case if there is stuff.
If there is something there, yeah.
Fire hall with equipment doesn't work.
We had one in Maxville in the truck, didn't we? Cause there's a lot of them, they don't have no help,
I can
or
see
volunteers.
making sure it's plowed because in case of an emergency,
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely. Unless it's a vacant building,
yeah.
you know. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know, he's sick, and we'll just. Johnny plowed it out yesterday.
Yeah, other than that, I don't know much. There any public comment for Paul? No, I really don't have nothing, just, guys are doing good down there. They, have they had any problem plowing with the Blackfoot stuff laying along there, or?
Not yet, but it's, it's
I'm really,
gonna happen when we start winging, I mean,
that's what I don't know if we need to tell them that. I don't know, I guess. I just don't wanna get stuck paying for something that, you know, they got laying along in the right of way. And they start winging, I'm worried that they're gonna rip up,
there's nothing we do about
no.
it. I got a phone call in to him. But, see, we never paid yet,
I was just gonna ask you, do we get our money?
not yet. You know, for that, about $10,000. I'll see what's going on with that.
So you checked with the treasurer's office?
I did, yeah.
Man, that's kinda weird how they paid us.
I would have thought they would have paid before the first of the year, you know,
Right.
but
I definitely can get home, cause like you said, we start winging them, you know something's gonna get hooked.
Oh, yeah.
I'll talk to him. He, got a hold of me last week. He said he'd be back the middle of this week or
No.
sometime here. He was on vacation, so I'll call him when I get outside again. Like there's a guy up here, chief, you know,
Oh,
and they buried his piping in there.
yeah.
Well, he's walking along and driveway, first off, we put it with it, he didn't want it, and he's walking along there, moving rocks and stuff where he mows and shit. It was only this far under the ground,
Really?
so he went down and he said, well, now when you redig this, you can put it in the right spot.
Yeah, there's a lot of it sticking up everywhere.
And you just can't see it, you don't know, if it's a branch or, what do you do, you know?
Right. They even make it up Maxville?
They did,
Did they?
oh boy.
Lot drilling.
For the 10,000 came in.
Okay.
There's still rocks sitting along there they dug out.
Yeah.
Asked them what they're gonna do, oh, we're gonna haul them off. It's on them right away.
No.
Morning.
Morning, Blake.
Good morning, Blaine. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Got any public comment for supervisor? Well,
Yeah, plow the roads. No, I haven't been on the county road lately.
Trying to get one of them down, damn it.
alrighty. Well, other than that, you're doing a good job.
I need blinders here.
Need a bubble.
Yeah, you.
And just heads up, they're all sick with plans.
All right, get the hand sanitizer out.
Good luck.
I'm healthy.
I'm the old one too, so they better not get me sick.
We're 6
Have a
feet
good one.
apart.
I've been using that every time I've handed stuff. All right, well, it's 9:30, we're going to the Granite County Treasurer's Office card importation discussion.
Ashley's not gonna be here, she's out sick,
Oh, well,
so. Sorry.
yeah, there's like 40 kids in the school and I'm moving out, I heard.
That's terrible.
Yikes.
It was 24
Over
yesterday,
here.
25 definitely today, cause both mine are out.
Right, just yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
44 left.
Decimated.
Wait a minute, it isn't just a 1 day deal. I
Yeah.
got mine for 2 weeks. I went in the doctor Saturday and got some new medicine.
I'm not better by Friday, that's where I'm going.
It's starting to
Yeah,
break
it's
a little. But anyway, on this, thing with Ashley. The cutover weekend plan, it's scheduling, so I think that she could go and learn on some of this new stuff, right?
It's the 3-day closure,
The
of
what?
the 3-day closure of their office timeline. And what that looks like. It should be your.
So she's not gonna be able to do that.
Do we need to table this or just approve it or
She was just gonna update you.
no? All right,
So we could table it if you want it on next week or.
yeah, then that way, or she's been talking to him, and then she gets back, she can explain a little more to us. Maybe for next week, we'll just table it for next week.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm
You wanna
probably
go?
gonna talk to you guys in a closed
We-
session here sometime.
We'll go ahead, we got 10 minutes, we can close it.
So, personnel, man,
First, yeah, personally. We'll go ahead into the dam tenders report, it's the lakes that. $64.28.62, 10.56, last week it was 10.92, and we're still at 10. Think we, my opinion, we better start looking. All the snow we're getting. Might be moving it up a little.
Do you see what's in Pearson Meadow for water?
Yeah, they said something on it was on TV or something. They're saying the lower belly is like at 60 or 70%.
yeah, I haven't got as quite as much up here, you
Right,
know, but antlers look like they're pretty good.
I don't know how much they got up in Georgetown yesterday and today. I was gonna ask Paul, but,
Oh, look at that.
it's darn cold, so we're still gaining, so
Yeah.
once this starts warming up, we're gonna gain. pretty fast. It's about at least time go to 15.
So the last 72 hours of discovery, 9 inches, lots 48, 6 inches, lot 24, 3, so 9 inches, lot 22.
So I guess, you may wanna make a motion,
See how much water's up there?
I don't know how much moisture is in there, like Peterson and. Wonder where Eastport and all that, and
There's that 110% of medium. Right now.
Peterson,
Yeah, let's see what inches of water there is.
even if we went up a couple, just kinda start
Yeah.
monitoring a little bit. This is when I wish they'd be on, and so you'd have people actually talk to us about, like
Yeah.
what Bradley and these guys need to be getting involved right now, so we get to that.
It's just 6.5 inches of water, or what was snow right now.
Like, if you look at it, that's good.
Almost 3 feet of snow. Oh, yeah, I finally got your message here last night.
The battery's probably not that good in this thing, so
Alright.
but it works.
Alright.
yeah, get the EIS to put in the battery.
We have for
I don't know.
Yeah.
Keeping the pin.
I just got a message here last week.
Okay.
or kind of a
Last
night
night.
thing that.
You want to keep it at 10 or go up a couple?
I motion to go up a couple,
I think we better.
just even on us.
So, yeah, subject to, the agency approval.
Yeah, could you?
So what, 15,
Go to 12.
12?
But just for the week to week,
Yeah.
I'll second it.
Public comment? Being none, all in favor? You pass that on, Blaine?
Yeah.
Thanks.
yep, all you know. Police lights all over Drummond last night. You guys
Yeah.
busy?
The roads weren't that good. No. There was some folks from Guatemala sliding off the road or something.
You call ice?
Never be legal. What I've been seeing.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go into the resolution 2025-4, Granite County Resolution intent to establish county CPACE program, second reading and discussion.
Only thing different than last week is changing the time on that public hearing from 10 AM to 11 AM on February 25th.
11 to 10.
11 to 10, yeah.
And that's February 25th,
Yeah, so yeah, but
February what?
25th.
Okay, I'll be gone to Midwinter Convention on that day.
I'll draft, if you pass this, I'll draft the notice and get it to Miranda to put in the paper.
Okay. I'll make a motion to accept resolution number 2025-4.
I second that motion.
Any public comment? I oppose.
You just go for it.
Most have been carried and passed.
Say aye.
Call for the vote.
Aye.
Aye. Two ayes, one nay.
Yeah.
See the letter, Mr. Packet.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
This one?
Oh, that's your pen, sorry, it was Lisa saying.
You may use, oh, don't put no germs on.
Right.
Going everywhere.
Get my little area here.
I guess since we've got a couple minutes, would we set up like a workshop for this stuff?
Got a pen.
So I noticed that, going over it, there's more forms in the back and did you, these highlighters, I didn't have the highlight thing, is this what we wanted to pull out, or is this?
I think it was like Jackie went through and marked a bunch of stuff, and that's why we was talking, she was thinking if we had a work shop on this, and then it's some of this pretty stuff that we can look into, we can put in and take out.
Yeah.
Is the way I kind of took her
When I
for.
reached out to Chad at the state, but I haven't heard anything back. I got, the number for the head of conduct over there, that Wayne White. So I'll call them and see if
Okay.
they're a bigger
I guess we can,
facility, if there's some sort of a training
Yeah.
program to send these guys through for county.
Yeah,
maybe if we can get hold of them, then we can hear something back, and we can set up a workshop and get going on this, so we can actually get the ad in the paper.
and it looked like on some of the forms that there was a checklist and stuff
Yeah.
for the training, actual training, which we need to implement.
I think, you know, yeah, especially like with safety and that.
Yeah.
We gotta stay on
Yeah.
top of this stuff.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Elena.
Thank you. I just want to say that the Audible
Go
is,
ahead, Elena.
can you hear me?
Her hand disappears. I don't know if she hung up or what. Oh, she's back on now. It just came back on, it disappeared.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Can you hear us?
I hear you, but nobody can hear me. This is great.
Well, she knows, Scott.
I know that wind was cold this morning. So I'm gonna slide off on Highway 1.
Yeah, yesterday afternoon we were hunting and boy, you feel it just.
Hello?
Oh,
There you
well,
go.
she's, you're
You guys have a good day.
See you, Scott.
not gonna be able to hear her, but.
I'm still trying to talk.
Go ahead. You got it.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? We're having troubles with our thing, so.
Yeah, I get exactly. Exactly.
I'll show you.
Go ahead if you can hear us.
Can you hear me is the question.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's basically what I was going to say earlier, is that the audible on your end, I can't hear. It's muffled. And so now you had a problem with my mic was on and you couldn't hear me. So there's still a problem with this. That last resolution regarding CPACE, I'm sorry, regarding CPACE,
Yeah,
I couldn't hear. Was that passed?
yes.
It was passed. Okay.
Two ayes and one nay.
Who was the nay?
Me?
Thank you. I agree with you. We're going to have more problems. The same reasons that we said no to the affordable housing one. The same thing behind this. And it's going to be interesting. Thank you.
Thank you. To get this figured out, Elena, it's just taken. It's just gonna take a little bit, but we'll get it figured out.
your second meeting.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have this, 'cause I can't.
Thank you.
There, something just came on. You're fine, man. No, we're trying.
But you couldn't hear,
Huh?
you couldn't hear.
Yeah, said I'm mumbled. The way I feel, I probably am.
It was-
Alright,
I listened to the, I went and listened to last week's recording. And there wasn't the clarity. I mean, the volume was okay, but the clarity, it was hard to hear Scott. Because it's kind of mumbly.
that's what she's saying, or Elena. And I'll quit, a lot of times I'll be talking. and I have my
Yeah,
hand
yeah.
over my mouth, so. But
So
we'll make it work.
if we had maybe a better mic.
That's all it comes with it,
That's all it
though.
comes with.
You know, and they gotta realize there's a lot of noise at this courthouse.
Yeah, I mean, every person that comes in, you just echoes.
Mhm.
So, but it's fine, we'll get there.
Did you ever reach out to them to see about the Generation 4? They sent us Generation
Yeah,
3 and Generation 4 is out there.
yeah, they didn't write me back.
They didn't respond back
Not yet.
because this is a pretty new technology and they're always coming up with a better
Mhm.
fixes when things get fixed. And so they're giving us the outdated
Oh,
generation and we have, our time is probably almost up to send it back, right?
it was 30 days from setup, so we've used it twice. So we still got
Okay,
a couple weeks.
I guess just check what you can and just, you know, I mean, it's gonna take a little bit to get used to it, like I said, but
well, I'm just saying if there's another generation,
the clerk
advance.
please.
There's that copy.
what was that?
I don't know.
The intercom.
Oh.
Alright.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Elena.
Thank you. I'm sorry to come back again. I hear kind of that you're still talking about this setup. I don't know if I sent this information to Miranda earlier about Civic Plus, or I've sent it to somebody. They'd be more than happy to go through this and step by step, the different things that they have, because other counties, and again, I've attended other meetings that use this, they have no problem. The speakers are there. You can see the cameras are also tuning in on everybody as well as the public. We know who's speaking. So, and this is important for transparency. In view of some of those letters that we received before, that you're going to have on the agenda, I think it's very important transparency. And there won't be any confusion if there was step-by-step following these meetings.
We're
Thank
doing the best we can with this system. It's only our second meeting. Please have patience with us, and Miranda's doing the best that she can. We're just asking to have some damn patience with us.
Well, Commissioner Adler, I am having patience, but I am giving you some advice and solutions, and you're ignoring what's available. And I will send correspondence to you, correspondence regarding today's meeting, and even an update, because somebody is not paying attention to something involving the water in Granite County. And I'll send it to you. So this way I'll bring you back up to date. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Anyway, we're moving on. Sweet Pea is telling us that their Sweet Pea sewer and septic, there's an increase of $8 for all rentals now. I think we have one at Drummond and the one at Phillipsburg, but hopefully by this summer we'll have our sewers and stuff in there. Oh, they're all, the wells are drilled, and then Chad was gonna look and try, it's gonna be a little tougher down Drummond, that used to be a landfill.
Right.
So they're gonna try to figure and test a couple of spots before they put a septic, but right now, I guess need to see if somebody make a motion and that's for a contract. I don't think they have a choice.
Yeah, I motion to accept the contract.
I'll second it.
Public comment? None on favor?
All right,
Alright.
do you have a contract here? I think, I do believe.
You have the original stuff.
Right, fuel. Bump it up for fuel.
About 10 minutes till the next one.
So is there gonna be a septic out here, the dump here too, or that can property set tying into?
Yeah, they got the septic and well and everything's set there, and then they're gonna start building. So,
There's gonna be like a kind of just more than just a bathroom there, like a break room type,
yeah, pretty much just a bathroom and a sink and that where they can actually go.
get washed up.
Yeah. It's time.
Yeah.
Jody always wanted one, and then she retires and we get
I
one.
think that's
So
what
maybe she's giving me crap. But that's the first time I've heard that intercom in, I don't know, years.
Yeah.
I thought, I was looking around like I thought something. You're doing a good job with that. It just takes time.
Thank you. So.
Yeah.
Going,
And then tell the next thing,
oh, okay,
we're just,
alright, let me go and come back. Well, what's the next item?
that letter,
The letter to the.
Oh,
It's kind of,
You
Oh.
drafted this, right?
yeah. Well, Miranda did with my help. Alright, well. I'm back.
it's just spelling and minor stuff.
Grammar.
Yeah. After that was printed, so.
you want me to look over the grammar?
Oh, yes.
Right, I didn't know.
Fine tooth comb.
Sure, there's places I can get info to learn about it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I should just.
Well, no, you must got it running, huh? Or is that theirs?
Who?
The sheriff?
Oh,
I think he borrows it.
Huh?
Is that ours or is that the sheriff?
Get it? Here, we put it on charge and then the sheriff gets out and starts.
That was kind of a dirty thing when he shows the whole sidewalk.
Yeah.
Come on.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
He couldn't get the four-wheeler to start, and so he shoveled the whole sidewalk, and the plow came by.
Oh, no.
I think whoever's plowing, they need some training. Because wouldn't you kind of try to keep from going on the sidewalk, or?
Well, they don't
I
dare,
always like it,
that's
the state, I mean, we threw it
Yeah,
on
you
the
didn't
side.
have sidewalks.
Well, in town we do. We put it up on the. Where people's driveways after you get done showing out, you feel bad, but then you're coming through, you're like, well, I'm just gonna bury you again, sorry.
it's a lot of times there ain't nowhere to put it.
Whoever, there's a new person that plows up one of my streets, and the person that plowed before used to come and scoop around my driveway and then shove it over there, and this one just gives me a nice little berm to drive over. So I'm going,
Mhm.
Well, I always try to like, even out in the creek there, when we get lots of snow and we gotta plow everything out, I always try to push everything on the downhill side,
Yeah.
so when the plow comes by, it just knocks it all in the ditch instead of back into the.
It's a good thing they went out and pushed some of this stuff back.
Yeah,
We'd be in a heck of a bind.
we probably got 8 inches or so just the last couple days out there.
Wow. Just looks like it's supposed to keep coming and coming. It's been a winter storm.
We could easily get over a foot if we get what they're calling for by the end of the week for each day.
Heavy snow. Be interesting to see if they'll approve that going up a couple.
Yeah,
It just, though, they need to be on, you know, the homeowners and fish wildlife.
yeah,
Cause then when they start getting to the point, then you get it.
right. Probably during spring runoff, probably didn't take very long to fill that.
Mm-mm. No. I don't know, that one guy said there's like 12 inches of ice out there now.
Is there?
How many calves have you had?
6,
Just started.
just started.
And that's what Brad was saying, that they just, and Vicky Weaver called this morning. She was saying they had some last night, it was cold wind.
Oh,
What's that?
yeah, I started Sunday. I think the first one, you know, it's just my hammer stuff, but. Yeah, the first one was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I went out at 11, before I went to bed, and had another fresh one, and I had a fresh set of twins.
Oh,
Like, oh, this is. I think it was right until 3, and then last night I had one start going, that got her in the barn, and ended up pulling that one, and.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not good weather to get started capping, you know. Supposed to get colder too as the week goes on.
yeah, that's a, don't look good.
Wasn't that like negative temperatures today with wind chill or something like that? I thought I saw at one point.
Yeah. 13 below.
Yeah, my kids called last night, it was -7 in Avon, wind was just screaming over there. He said it was terrible. I was like at 6:30. I don't know how I haven't talked to him today.
I didn't look, see how cold it was. I know it was like 11 last night, about midnight.
We just never got that much snow down that way, cause we were on the sled way up and this, we got maybe 3-4 inches, but nothing, I mean, that's way up by Garnett.
Yeah,
It's just kinda staying south.
south this year, yeah.
So last year at this time, we were 4 inches below. Full pool. Then we had a very dry summer. Not too good. But we'd had a good year the year before.
I'm pretty sure it'll fail.
Yeah. Yeah, we got our wet March snow, yeah.
Mm-mm. No, this is all, it's adding up. Wait. Huh?
You're not on the video thing?
Yeah. You're fine. Wait, did you get the four-wheeler? Scott get it?
No, it was unlocked, but the battery's dead on it, so, but he got it started, looks like he's.
Oh, we got started?
Yeah. I don't know if he jump started or if the charger finally. Anyway, I just got a call and got jumped down my throat, so. I just got a call from Rico, kind of jumped down my throat, so I don't know what to do with that.
Don't bring up no names, we'll have to close, but,
I can talk later.
oh. We'll have a little break between 10 and 10:30 there, is that Zoom participants, we can take a little cut there, 5
Okay.
minutes, and then we'll talk to you, but we don't say nothing until we'll go to a closed person, okay? Thanks.
Yep.
Go into a couple minutes, not a minute behind. A letter to Montana Centers, impact of grant cuts, discussion, decision. We talked about this last week, getting some letters out to like Senator Sheen and James and just on trying to figure out how we're gonna. We keep getting stuff, we have to do the dam, stuff's getting cut, we just don't have the money. I think they're good letters.
Yeah.
So I'd entertain a motion to go ahead and send them.
I'll motion to send the letters to the senators.
I'll second it.
Public comment? Go ahead, Elaine.
Thank you. For the record, I'm looking at the letters, and there's two reasons for the dam. One is irrigation, and the other one is hydroelectricity generation. And as far as the project, Flint Creek project, it's no longer a project because it's been completed. It's licensed. So it's hydroelectricity. And the county owns the dam, but the equipment generating the hydroelectricity is not the county's. So that should be clear in this, and it's not. There is a big difference with FERC funding or FERC and dam funding. So I think this is not a very good letter, my opinion, because it doesn't have accurate information. Thank you.
Since your Granite County owner of the Flint Creek needs to put dam after that. In the first paragraph, I would think receive nothing, even though the county under contract is required to provide substantial yearly maintenance and engineering with associated costs at the Flint Creek Dam. So we're asking grant money for the FERC obligations that they keep coming up with. I think there's another one coming up.
So you just want to change that one to dam there?
So you see that, right? It's the 1, 2, 3.
Yep, I see.
Okay, all right. So we're not requesting for Flint Creek Hydro LLC. We're requesting, because our fund is called the Flint Creek Dam Project, and that's the fund name. And it's still ongoing because we still have to meet FERC
Regular.
obligations.
That's why we left it at project, because there's always a project coming up. There's a part B, we know there's always
Ongoing.
Ongoing.
So on the change of that, we'll accept that then. All in favor?
Aye.
Carried pass. Thank you. That's a good one.
That was a good one. Well, let me check. No, it's not. There's a key in there.
It's one of them days, don't worry, it's okay.
Let's try this again. These are good.
We changed one thing on that letter and we're
Tricky.
Mhm.
That's good. Yeah.
It's how you want them to,
Up here.
yeah,
To do what?
how you want them, what you want them to do.
Our policy.
Yeah.
couple minutes early, we'll go into the public meeting for Zoom participants, technical and accessibility considerations. Not really sure what this is.
Well, I think this is the one where we had it on the agenda a couple weeks ago where we would set up policy. Things, we do have the owl or we're all on this that we talked about anyone that wants to participate on Zoom, mics and cameras on. And we talked about that.
Yeah, I think that's a
that,
good idea.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to see who we're talking to, put a face to the voice.
I agree, we've talked about that before, agree, just a lot of times that people put different names and we don't know who they are, at least this way.
Then I was noticing when watching the recording last week that she had it was rotating
Yeah.
around. But that was actually good because at one point, you know, you were talking and it was, and is there a way you can toggle between that
Yeah,
for putting the what do you call it, podium up here?
yes.
And where it would toggle to them when they were speaking. Mainly keep it fixed, but then when we have public comment or something, and someone's we could toggle it.
I should be able, yeah,
Yeah.
that there is that picture.
Yeah.
What that looks like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad at all. It
Yeah.
just, it kind of was picking up a lot
It was.
when it was toggling. There was movement, it was
Mhm.
kind of. But I think all in all, when you're having somebody that's speaking, that you can see them talking, like it was showing Blaine and it was
Ashley.
showing, yeah, Ashley
Yeah.
talking and it was actually good. So that would be a kind of a plus to do that during when people are talking.
So, yeah, I mean, you can have a written policy or the chair can just, I think, require it. So if you want it in a written policy, we can draft one.
So like, I guess starting off the session, mics and cameras on. If you want to participate with public comment on Zoom. And that doesn't mean they get off Zoom and call up on the phone because they don't want their face on the
Yeah.
camera.
Well, they talked about if they couldn't access Zoom or.
Yeah.
So I'll motion if the chair just passes it.
Yeah, requires it.
Second it.
Public comment? Go ahead, Elena.
Thank you. For the record, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Thank you. And as far as the owl, the hour glass. I hope you do that for everybody that starts talking. I notice you do it when I start talking, for the record. The other thing is, Blanche, you were right. The equipment, the owl equipment, that's the way it's supposed to work. It hones in on who's speaking. And it was doing a good job. Was it last week or the week before? When somebody spoke, it turned to that person and you can see who it was. However, again, it's a piece of equipment. And when everybody talks over each other, it gets confused. So therefore, maybe you should look at Robert's Rules of Order, and the chair should recognize the people like he does, but not when everybody is there talking over each other, which happens all the time. And that's why it confuses the owl cameras, for the record. And on the agenda, it has the information to join the Zoom meeting. You can click on that, or by telephone, you can call. And when you call those numbers, you get connected to the sound, but you can see it. But you can't see the person when they raise their hand to speak or not to speak. That's the phone I was talking about, not the commissioner's line. Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion been carried and passed. Do you have his phone number?
Oh,
Would you?
yeah.
Since we got a few minutes. We'll go off on a personal matter.
I don't know. This is the beginning.
Okay, we're back on. And we're going into the letter from John Fitzpatrick, Montana Representative, discussion decision.
You want me to start?
Yeah, please.
So, I guess first of all, it was the letter to me, correct? It was on, but then there was another letter to the local newspapers. So, as far as the letter to me, I don't want any public dispute with Mr. Fitzpatrick. I'd like to resolve it. So, as far as that goes, I've already reached out to him. So, I think, try to resolve that. Regarding his letter to the newspaper, commission did a response on that, Commissioner McClure, which is fine. And I think just to clarify the things that he wrote in the paper, I'd encourage the commission to try to have him come in or write him a letter, or see if we can resolve the issues with him.
I agree. Well, maybe we can put him and see if we can get home and put him on the agenda next week, see if he'll come in. You
Yeah.
guys good with that? Yep. I like your letter, Blanche. Good job. Yep. What time, I guess if you, what do we got going there, Amanda?
It's kind of stacked
Huh?
next week.
Or 2 weeks, but
Yeah,
sooner
it
than
might be 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Okay, that's fine. That way I can give him more time.
So
Yeah, I mean,
on this, this from the cloakroom, Capitol cloakroom, it's gonna be in this week's paper.
Yes.
And I'm understanding my response is in this week's paper. I don't know if we need to put this out there with my response, or because this just happened over the weekend.
yeah, if you want it on the website,
Yeah.
that's
That'd
fine.
be fine, yeah, we need to
Yeah,
have.
so that everyone can, what we're gonna do, kind of. What is that? Take it away from your, what's that called? Beat you to the punch.
Oh,
kind of thing.
preemptive. But,
Or after the paper or what?
I think you can do it now. I mean, it's transparent. Up to
Yeah.
commission.
I agree.
I do too.
We'll go ahead and do that and then get him on.
Yeah, thinking about it, I mean, he's gonna be in the legislature, so I mean, potentially Zoom or even like a noon, maybe even a noon meeting where you could get on Zoom. But,
Sounds good.
Yeah.
That'll work.
okay,
I guess Don Randall will get hold and we can see what we can figure out, you
okay,
know, see a scheduling and that, and go from there.
Shoot for noon on the 18th. Tentatively.
Hey, we got about 5 minutes to our next one. And I know there's people starting to get on for this next one, so.
okay. Your article, Mr. Schubert, are working on
That's in this paper.
it? Okay. Did you get his picture or do you want it?
I don't have it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you need it.
Scott, Elena has her hand raised for something.
Go ahead, Elena.
Thank you, Elena Gagliano for the record. The 10:30 letter from Fitzpatrick, Montana representative, that's already been discussed. I didn't hear it. Is that going to be on another agenda for full discussion?
In 2 weeks, we're gonna try to get a hold of him, have him come in or Zoom in so we can actually speak to him on this stuff.
But
So, just a second, Blaine made a response on that letter that it wasn't actually,
the letter to me, I'm gonna try to, I've contacted them, try to work out the issues. Regarding the letter the letter that went to the newspaper, Commissioner McClure did a response. But we're gonna try to meet with, the commission is gonna try to meet with him regarding, his letter that went in the newspaper and try to, work out any issues.
Okay, because again, I was looking at the documents and stuff, and all of a sudden the letter from Blanche comes up. That's what she sent to the newspaper, and it just pops up. It's on was one of the documents. That was a letter that you already sent to the newspaper, Blanche?
yes, it is. And it's concerning the issue that's gonna be out in the paper from, did you put that one up too? The letter of his, it's in response to, his weekly, comment in the paper from the Capitol Cloakroom that's gonna be in this week's paper. And the paper called me, very concerned about this and asked me to respond. Or asked one of the commissioners to respond, and I did respond to the accusations that was in this letter that's going to be in the paper on Thursday.
Okay, first of all, you responded as a Granite County commissioner. That should have been on Granite County letterhead as a commissioner. And if this has to do with Boy, talk about transparency and the public being following what you're doing. It's amazing.
This,
Has to do with the dam, and the dam should be under Kolaski, I believe. He's the
Elena.
one for that area. So as a public comment, uh, again, for the record, there's no transparency, there's no public participation involvement when things like this are done. Totally unbelievable. Thank you. And make sure that's in the record, please.
Yourself, and I'm not gonna sit here.
would,
Go ahead, Blaine.
when Blanche does a response as a commission, as her individual as a commissioner, does not need to be in a public meeting to discuss it, but we're actually doing it here and it's on the county's website, so it is transparent. You're incorrect, Elena. And if it's a commission as a whole, then it needs to be on the agenda in a meeting. She has
I
the right.
was asked to respond
Yeah.
to this. I did it as who I am, and I am a commissioner.
Whether you want to
It
use
didn't come from
letterhead,
Anybody, and
whether
I
you-
didn't use letterhead.
whether you use letterhead or not is your decision.
Yeah,
Thank you for responding. Somebody had to do it, cause it's just coming out, and we waited it out, we'd never get it in. Go ahead, Elaine, and we're not gonna argue over this. Not quite.
I'm not arguing over it. I know somebody had to do it, but it was already sent to the newspaper. And as a
So-
commissioner, this is something that you represent the county, and you're speaking for the county doing something like this. I mean, this is not just again, this is something that gets lost. Like we have so many documents getting lost. Oh, I'm not sure what happened. Was this what we agreed to? It's already, you have that. And these are the reasons why these things get lost somewhere.
You have to move on, Elena, cause
I wanna make one more
Yeah.
Okay, go
statement.
ahead, Blanche, and then.
I wanna make one more
Yeah,
statement. This would, and then we have the newspaper person here too. I was called on the phone. This came from me personally.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with the commission. This is me responding to a very ugly, ugly letter from our representative. I responded to the lies with truth. And I was asked by the newspaper personally, myself. It's not even published yet, Elena. It will be published.
Thank you.
You weren't representing the commission when you wrote that response, you were representing yourself. And so, you did nothing, did not violate any public open meeting laws or anything like that, being very transparent. Mr. Fitzpatrick, when he wrote that letter, didn't have a public meeting to discuss his letter.
Did you have a comment?
Yes,
State your
Caleb
name.
Kowski from the Beaver Mail. I just wanted to state that for the record, when I was about to walk in for the 10:30 agenda item, somebody slammed the door in my face. So I would just say, you can announce that you're about to have a closed session, and you can also have that on the agenda.
But the closed session was regarding a personnel matter, it wasn't regarding that.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
And I was wondering if I didn't slam the door. You were getting a drink and I was already shut when you came. So don't sit there and say I slammed the door. We gotta move on. We have people on Zoom and ready. We're into the petition for abandonment of portion of North Fork of Lower Willow Creek easement to irrigation district discussion decision. My comment on this is this really blew up. There's people that have signed it as something else, and this thing's gotten way out of hand.
So, did you get the letter from Chris Johnson, Mr. Pike's attorney? Saying there's a couple, they're trying to talk to the board members, a couple board members are sick. Can't be on today on Zoom or here, but, so I think it's okay to have a discussion today, but I just encourage you, if you're making a decision, to wait until you hear from all the board members, but I think you want to hear from all the board.
Yeah, and Patty Bingham just texted me and said, Or can I join the meeting? So she's on, I don't know if that.
Oh, yep. She just has to raise her
And I've
hand.
talked to a couple of the board members, and one, he's been sick for like 5 weeks, and then there was some personal issue come up, and that's why they didn't. But then they went ahead and did everything without having a meeting. So you want us to,
Well, I think you can hear comment today and then, but, I'd hold off any decision.
okay, go ahead, not Chris, right?
Mike.
Mike?
Morning. Yes, you guys are all correct there. Dave Pites and Chris and Rex, we'd kind of talked about this a little bit before this meeting today, and we were hoping that we could get this discussion tabled until next week. Chris Johnson, Dave's attorney, rewrote that acknowledgement letter from the board with ratifying language such that the easement's already been recorded, but we will certainly have an agreement. We'll have the district board sign that acknowledgement, and we would provide it to you upon the next meeting or whenever we could talk about this subject next.
How can they get it recorded when they haven't had no minutes or nothing, or meeting? I guess that's where I'm frustrated, and that's what I've been keep getting
Well,
at.
I think that's what he's saying with this acknowledgement potentially, that they acknowledge their agreement with it, but I guess I don't fully understand that.
Are they gonna actually go to each one that signed it and explain really what was going on? I mean, these guys are calling and saying, well, that's not what we heard.
Yeah, I think the irrigation district board needs to work it out and come back to the commission. That's my,
Okay,
Yeah, cause I've been getting lots of calls and text messages from the people on the water users and on the board that they're saying that what they signed was false pretenses and
yeah,
I mean, they need to figure their deal out.
my phone hasn't quit ringing. It's not funny. Why would you laugh? You know,
Sure.
that is rude. We're trying to help and figure this out, and you're sitting here laughing at me?
I apologize.
No,
I didn't mean it as any harm intent. As far as I know, the only signatures that we have right now are for the road petition. And Rex, the president of the board, did indeed sign that easement, and it has been recorded. And we are circulating the letter of acknowledgement from the board, which we should have a unanimous vote from the board, agreeing to that easement that we have drafted up and in place. And we'll present that to you whenever at the next board meeting.
to be on the agenda next.
And mostly, the reason why we don't have all the signatures yet from the board is because, like you had mentioned previously, everybody's been sick.
we have a comment from Patty Bignell. She's trying to. Go ahead, Patty.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so the reason why, first of all, the easement has never even been given to the rest of the directors. Dan and I have not seen a copy of it. Blaine Bradshaw emailed us a copy the other day, but he didn't even know if that easement was the one that was recorded. It is not. We have not had a meeting. We don't want just a meeting. Dan and I have talked. Dan's been super sick. I've had a personal a death in my circle of a very dear friend that I couldn't meet last week. We are not willing to meet next week because we want to meet with all the shareholders of this dam. This has huge implications on the dam. And this isn't something that it's not even been brought to the whole board, let alone all the shareholders. So I just think this isn't going to be probably a next week thing for the district, because we're going to have to give notice to everybody and get as many shareholders as we can to a meeting, because we're not comfortable just signing this. I mean, I've been a hold of dam safety. There's just a lot of stuff going on that it can cost us a lot of money. If stuff goes down with development that they're saying, we can't have gates shut and locked. What if there's an emergency and you have to get to a spillway and there's a locked gate that emergency vehicles can't get through? I mean, this is far from being resolved at this point. And I'm speaking on behalf of Dan Hopman, who can't hardly, he has some terrible virus and doesn't have a voice.
I think we'll put it on, get like 2 weeks, Patty, and then that way it gives them the opportunity to get stuff out to the people, and then we'll.
Yeah, or if they, this Blaine Branch, if they need even more than 2 weeks, I think that's fine too, but, whenever they're ready.
I guess just keep in touch with us, and then we can set up something on the agenda and get this resolved.
Okay, we'll work on getting a meeting together. The biggest problem is this is an agricultural dam, of course, and people are calving. It's going to be, we got to make sure we can get people to the meeting.
True.
We'll
have to work with you and see what we can do to make it work out. But, if it takes longer than 2 weeks, that's what it does. But we need to get to the bottom of it.
Okay, so that's what we'll plan on. We'll get together with Dan and Rex. We'll have to set up a meeting date that we can try to get as many shareholders, because we're just not comfortable doing this as directors. This affects a lot of people and not just, us.
Correct, and I'm getting calls from all kinds of people now. It's hitting the public pretty good.
And my husband and I don't know if he signed it or if I signed it, I can't remember, but we did sign the petition to abandon it. And we just would love to be able to revoke our signatures on that, because, we were trying to be good neighbors and say, this is something, and then just didn't think it through. And it's on us. It's our fault. Dan Hopman feels the same way. There's some other people that I won't speak for, but are kicking themselves in the butt too, because we just really didn't think through the implications of getting to that dam. And we have a bunch of work that still needs to be done. If there's a breach to the dam, it just can't be locked up, gates put up, not be able to access. And it's not that we're, I'm not saying this is a either way, yes or no. I just think there's got to be a lot more discussion with the shareholders of the dam.
I agree.
Thank you for letting me talk.
Thanks, Patty. So I guess we'll just kind of wait to hear back from them and then put it back on the agenda, give them time, and then we'll go from there. Thank you. Any other public comment on it? I did get a letter from Kim Skinner too. It's in here.
Yeah. So yeah, there was letters from Travis Colbeck, Kim, and Tim Skinner, and I think Brett Rigby.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I got some other friends, and some of them we're gonna get them, but they're capping too. So everybody's kind of in a bind right now. But we'll just keep all this stuff together, and then when we get it back on there, we'll have it. And just tell them if they have time, they can still write in. Thanks, everybody. But wait, just in case public comment comes in. Got a couple minutes.
Yeah, any of those public comments, can be put on the website as well.
Or the one that doesn't work.
I'm not sure. Did we get any bids? No bids? We'll have a few minutes left. You can call in. It's Monica Prince. She can't get me through the, she's trying to get in.
Yeah, you just talked about that. They can't get on Zoom, we can call them.
8597022. Yeah, she said it's true. I can't get the website to work.
Everyone else got on. But everyone that's given like verbal comments, I'd encourage them to give written comments too, so
Yeah.
you have a record of
That's
it.
what I've been telling them,
Yeah.
all, make sure to get a letter in.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for Monica, she's trying to call in.
Oh, okay. So here are it's the Department of Revenue's 1% withholding and and payment for TCS for the work. And also the Forest Service Ramsey Mountain. So, anyway, I don't know. There.
So Sarah, on that, she's been researching, what was it, that stuff for, the website and stuff, and there was something.
Oh, there was that civic one.
Civic,
Have
yes.
we contacted, because Miranda was, yeah. So do you want me to give them a call and just get more information from them? Find out how many they worked with and. Montana?
There you go, thanks.
We can get another copy of
Oh,
it.
here it
That's,
is.
I'll just call them and maybe see how many other counties they work with, and I think they do work with quite a few other counties. But yeah, like what I was telling you, that Dev 406 that we had worked with in the past, they, when I looked them up, because I wanted to talk to them, because they worked with us. They don't have a website, they just have a Facebook page, so kind of thought maybe we'll move on from that. So we'll start with this one, and I mean, because if there are a lot of counties that work with them.
Yeah.
And so, okay,
Thank you.
Hey there, I can hear you. Yeah, you could, you're on speaker, cause we said it won't go through.
No, I can't get, Frank and I have tried a couple times and can't get the website to work, so.
Okay, well, you're on speaker and the three commissioners, Miranda, Blaine, and the person from Phillipsburg Papers here.
So I just wanted to let you guys know kind of my take, and honestly, we don't have stored water in the dam. We do, however, have, high water rights as well as Willow Creek water rights, deeded rights. So my concern with the road, I have a couple of concerns. One would be overall dam safety. I mean, the road is convenient to get in there for equipment to work on the dam. No permission has to be asked. No, don't have to jump through any hoops, whatever. You can get to the base of the dam. People that want to monitor the dam or an engineer that needs to look at the stability of the dam, no one has to ask for permission to do that. And I think that it would be detrimental to the safety of the community to allow that road to be abandoned.
Okay, could you, write a letter to us, so it's gonna be in a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Patty and them are gonna try to get a meeting and get stuff, talk to everybody, and then this way, the more letters we get, and then we'll be prepared a little better.
Absolutely. Do you want me to just email that to Miranda?
Yeah, that'd be awesome, I appreciate it,
Okay,
thanks.
absolutely. I can get that done. Thanks, Scott.
Yeah,
Yeah, bye.
I don't know if I told her, but that was Monica Prince on the phone. Well, go into the Granite County Sheriff's vehicle place, there's nobody put no bids in, right, Miranda? So. I don't know what you do with it.
I wonder if the fire district wants it.
I think they took the other one.
Took the other one.
Yeah, he did.
Any cash for clunkers coming up, or will we have to buy a new one?
You know, maybe I
Trade it
could
in.
trade it in or something,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I don't know, I guess we'll leave it kind of Scott's hand. He can kind of, maybe he can trade it for some gear or something, or, I don't know, it's really his, yeah.
Was there able to steal parts off this, or no, cause we have to
One
use those
stuff
ones
on
now.
which one.
Right.
But I think he was taking what he could use, he took what he could use. But it must have so many problems that people don't wanna.
Well, that's the one with the blown turbo, right?
Why not,
Isn't it?
I think that
Needs
one
like
has,
4
yeah. I don't know what to do with it, I guess, we can ask Scott what he's
Yeah,
thinking.
trade it in, maybe,
Yeah, that's what I think,
If something.
get whatever you can for it, but maybe trade it in. Whenever we upgrade.
yeah.
You don't need. I guess we'll just get in touch with him and see what he thinks, and yeah, maybe something will come up. Well, on that note, that was the last agenda item, was there any public comment on the car? Being done, I guess we'll adjourn.